breaks good, we need breaks.
Yeah. All right, Thelma, off you go.
Okay, get, full, spell, right.
Excellent. And so what you're doing again is trying to write down what she says, because that's giving you the clues of, is she guessing visually, is she trying to sound it out, etc., etc. Okay, now, if she hasn't done all of this, and we've had to jump down here, we stop. Okay? Now for you guys, you will be stopping. If you've got some more advanced young people, and they've done all of these, we then have to go on to the harder part, which is here. And the important thing for this is that what you want them to do is you want them to read the word, and they get a point for saying the word, and then you want them to say the sound that's underlined. So each one of these words has two parts to it and two kind of points they can get. Okay, Thelma, in this one, what we're going to do is first I want you to read the word, and then I want you to tell me what sound those underlined letters make on their own. Off you go.
Rain.
And what sound?
Rain.
Keep going.
Leaf.
Yeah, good. Keep going.
Scene. E. Fuel. Food. Hoi. Oi. Key. E. Try. I. Try. I. Crayon. Ray. Gold. Old. Dial. Aisle.
Brilliant. God, you're good at this. Thelma is doing, at faking, Thelma's doing exactly what the kids do. They don't separate the sound out, they add the final consonant, and that's what you'll be finding on these ones.
How do you write it down?
So do you actually re-explain? Because I find if I re-explain to them, you've got to drop that last letter, they then can
No, because
do it?
you're helping them.
Okay.
If they're not, if you say, I want you to say only the sound of the
Yeah.
underlined letters,
Yeah.
and they then say I'd
Yeah.
instead of I, then, and you say, no, I want you to drop the
Yeah,
last
I
letter,
did say that.
then you're helping them.
Oh, okay.
And so they're not independently getting the concept that the I and the E make the sound. And for those kids, they might need a very simple practice through it, but if they can't automatically understand you, then they actually don't know how to do it.
What about if you do one? I've done one for them sometimes.
Yeah, I do one for them.
Yeah,
Then
I
we
do
have
one.
to come up with the thing that everyone does that. We have to come up with a rule about that.
Yeah,
everyone
because
does.
they will say, oh, I didn't know you meant that.
But isn't, so I would not give them the help, because then the test, like that invalidates the test, because then later when you retest them, the score will be higher. So even after those simple explanations, that simple practice, just means initially we're getting a really correct score of exactly what they're understanding. And it may be that they're listening, you know, they're not just not listening correctly, but yeah, I would do exactly what the test says.
Probably all of my tests then have a conflated result.
Yeah. See,
I give them.
if you have to give in my opinion, you're helping, and that's not a true test. And that's where we've got to be a bit more hard. But we do have to be hard on that, because independently, can they get it? And we help too much. And
Yeah,
then,
I was taking it just a little bit differently, like can they do it as opposed to can they understand the concept. So now I know that we're trying to test that they can read that and understand the concept. That's a different thing.
yeah. Because if they don't know that E and A, which are clearly underlined, so you'd have a vision problem if you don't see that, make that sound alone, then they can't transpose that into other situations, and that's why it's really important to do that.
And is it the same thing as the 3 in one row? I was assuming that was for this whole entire part of the rest of the
And,
test.
you know, I've got to that and I've gone, hang on, do we stop? I've got to check that. I'm going to actually have to check if they make. I think it is.
I have stopped after 3 because I assumed the whole of
Yes.
phonics place. But can you check?
I will check. So I need to check the 3 in the row room. But I think it is. I think if they're making, because the concepts gradually get harder.
Yeah.
It's difficult because our kids actually have weird gaps.
Yes.
So we might. I'll check, and we'll make a rule.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm wondering. Yeah. I'm kind of.
Maybe to jump the vowels down to the silent letter, like they might know the silent letters.
Yeah. So I'm inclined to think actually on the second page we just, if they've got to the second page, we try them on everything. Because then we can see where their gaps are. And I just think it's because they do have some strange gaps.
Yeah, they do have very big gaps.
So, yeah, I'll check and then we have to make a decision. So the same rule applies, and once again we're numbering these boxes in coloured numbers, and partly because on the instruction sheet I actually refer to numbers, and then I clearly didn't pass that information along. So the next box you say, I want you to say the word, and then I want you to say the sound that that underlined letter is making in this word. Now that's important for these because you don't want them to go, oh, it's a C, it says cup. What sound does it make in this word?
Oh.
So we'll try that one.
I haven't been saying
I
that.
haven't been doing that.
Yeah, and I think that's just, I might need to add that to the instructions. So Thelma, I want you to, are you on, John? Sorry. I want you to say each of these words, and in this box, I want you to say the word, and then I want you to say the sound that that underlined letter makes in this word. Can you have a go at that for me?
East,
Keep going.
city, range, ledger.
Thank you. So that's what, I think we do have to have that instruction of in this word.
Yeah.
So hang on, I might need to add that. Now the next box is the same. You're looking at the sound those letters make together. So it's the same. Then we move on to yeah, so with this one, so I'm just checking, it's the same. So you want them to say the word and then say the sounds. That one's the same. Same with the next box. We're going to number all these boxes. Then you get to this one here, where you're actually looking at the silent letters. So the instructions for this one is, okay, Thelma, what I want you to do in this one is I want you to say each of these words, and then after you've said the word, I want you to tell me which one of those letters is a silent letter. Off you go.
Number.
Which letter's silent or doesn't make a sound?
B.
Keep going.
Rest. What?
Keep going.
Life.
Good work. Keep going.
Design. J. Edge. Net. K. Thistle. E. Hour. O. Walk. L.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Scene.
Carry on.
Scene. E.
All right. Thank you.
Can I just clarify
Yeah.
there? So if it's the 3 rule, obviously she should have stopped a lot sooner.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
if she's saying the letter sound and not the letter name,
I'd
is
give
that
it to her.
give it to her?
On this one, because you want that she's working out. On this one, I would.
Okay.
because she was kind of doing a mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. On this one I'd give it to her because she's got which one
Yeah.
isn't being sounded out, so I would give her that. Now, I'd actually, with these, I'd let them do the whole box and then go, okay, we stop there. But if they've just made 3 mistakes, you can stop.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah. And then with the last ones, all they have to do is try and read the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's back to that. Now, so what we need to,
And past that, we just write what they really say.
yeah, so in everything, what you're trying to do is, if they get it right, just a tick. You try to write down what they say to the best of your ability, just to give you clues about where the mixes up are happening. And that's because I actually have been doing it here, and that takes a bit more time and practice, like the reading tests. So you've done all of that. Now, no matter how they go, you're going to try the spelling test. So you have to give the young person, we're going to do a spelling test. You have to give the young person that sheet, the back of your sheet, and they get to write it down. And then you have to give them, sorry.
Can you, Stav, I was giving kids the spelling test first just so that they didn't go back and check and see all of the scribbles that I'd done over the rest of the test.
Oh, okay. Look,
Is
whatever
that-
work, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't invalidate
We're
it.
going to get them to do the spelling test, so it doesn't really...
And we've done this as a class sometimes too.
Absolutely fine, much easier.
Much easier.
We just, the only reason I've put this form on the back